I think Beam is one of the best risk reward gaming plays for 2024, and today we're going to talk about why I am so bullish on it. I will also express some worries I have before I will give a realistic and a bullish price prediction at the end. Make sure to drop a like, give me a subscribe, and also check out my X for some daily alpha. So what is Beam? So Beam's vision is to become the leader inside of Web3 game development. So a bit of a background story regarding Beam. It initially started out in 2021 as Merit Circle DAO. Merit Circle even had their own token, Merit Circle, with the ticker MC. In 2023, however, Merit Circle decided to rebrand and launch the Beam network on the AVAX subnet with the intentions of becoming a platform for game developers. Ever since then, Beam has continued to develop their ecosystem and now actually has a ton of applications. Let's start off with Beam Companion application, which you can see is both downloadable on App Store and Android. It's basically your all-in-one app for Beam related assets. Then we have the Sphere, which is your marketplace for anything that has to do with NFTs. Beam Swap is where you swap your tokens within the Beam ecosystem, and Bridge is for the token migration. Now the Beam Hub is where you can find all the games that have been launched. And as you can see, there are a ton of games within the Beam ecosystem that you can download and play. The Beam token will be used for gas, which will create a demand when more and more games go live. You also have their Academy, where you can find tutorials, guides, general overviews of many of the games. For instance, if we go to Illuvium here, you can see a ton of guides that have been posted by the community. And finally, we have the rewards, where you can get rewards for doing certain tasks or quests within the hub. So all in all, if you're a player or a general blockchain game enthusiast, Beam looks to be an all-rounded choice. Same thing applies for the developers. AVAX mainnet allows for speed, scalability, decent fees, and of course the fact that it's EVM compatible. The Beam token, as we know it today, is both the utility token and serves as the governance token. As for the tokenomics and the vesting schedule, we can see that most of the dilution that has been taking place over the last couple of months is coming to an end. We have very little dilution left. It will be finished around June 2025. So as far as inflation goes, this shouldn't be anything to worry about. Also, another thing to keep in mind, Merit Circle makes a lot of money primarily from their treasury, where they have a portfolio of projects in which they're invested, so they can afford to do regular, very decently sized burns and buybacks. As you can see here, they've burned in total more than 37 billion tokens. For a more visual representation, you can see this graph right here. You can see at what times the burns took place. You can also see the Beam supply over time has been increasing, and you can also see that the burns are quite big, with the biggest one accounting for almost $140 million. Now there's obviously a lot of reasons why they're doing this burning. It creates scarcity, increases value for holders, and balances staking and governance. Now where can you buy Beam? Currently you can buy Beam on most of the big exchanges, Binance, Bybit, Upbit, Kraken, and a bunch of other lower tier exchanges. So listing situation for Beam is pretty good, only missing a couple of high tier exchanges, like for instance Coinbase and OKX. Now for my worries about the Beam token. One worry I have is the fact that the price of Beam right now has been riding a hype wave. With the extensive buybacks and burnings that have taken place, this might reflect Merit Circle's treasury performance rather than Beam fundamentally. With that being said, this chart of the treasury trend doesn't indicate any issues in the upcoming future, as especially in the last 2 quarters, we've seen a rise in particularly venture investments. So Merit Circle should be viewed as a double-edged sword. I've previously highlighted the fact that I have nothing against centralized projects with good backing and good funding. Like I always say, the primary reason for a crypto project's downfall is lack of money. It's not the market's fault. It's the fact that everything costs money. Devs cost money, branding costs money, marketing, hype, listing, burns, buybacks. A successful crypto project that is going to be sustainable for months and years is going to be expensive. I also think that Beam will do better than its competitors. So right now I see 2 competitors to Beam, at least 2 realistic ones. We got Gala Games, which is more of a gaming studio, and we also have Immutable X, which is more in the category of Beam, being a gaming infrastructure. Now, Gala is irrelevant in my opinion. The chart alone indicates this. There's also been a ton of FUD surrounding this project, so I don't think retail is going to be too interested in this. And now for Immutable X and Beam, they're partner up, so rather than being rivals, they're actually working together, which will ultimately benefit the both. Beam also has the element of novelty. It hasn't been through a bull cycle. Merge Circle, of course, has, but Beam has not. So all in all, I think the branding and especially the hype of Beam compared to IMX, it's just going to be on another level. Before we take a look at the price prediction, let's talk a little bit about the chart. So Beam went live in October 2023, so closing in on its 1-year anniversary, hitting an all-time high of 4.5 cents, which at the time was a market cap of around 2.3 billion. Ever since that, we've been retracing. At the time of recording this video, we're down more or less 70%. And for the last month or so, we've been ranging between 1 and 1.6 cents. Now, as for my price prediction, we're going to do like we always do, a conservative and a bullish prediction. I have my conservative prediction at 14 cents. I think this is realistic. At the time of recording this video, that will be around 7 billion in market cap. This is still going to be like 3 billion in market cap away from Axie Infinity, of course, excluding dilution. This is also 2 billion more than what IMX did in the last leg up we had in Q1. I think this is very doable. For my bullish prediction, it will be 30 cents. This will be a market cap of around 15 billion. This will surpass what any gaming project has ever done, but still be in the realms of what is achievable. Keep in mind, you shouldn't just wait for a project to hit an arbitrary number before selling your entire bag. The same way you DCA into a project, you DCA your way out. So both me and the VIP group will sell way before these targets, as we will be up significantly more from our entry. If you want to see how I'm planning to exit my projects such as Beam, then I have a full exit course which you can get access to in the VIP Discord, together with a bunch of other useful resources. You also get to see my portfolio, my trading alerts, secret gems, and much, much more. I think we're due for a pump sooner or later in this market, and when we do, I will increase the price significantly, so make sure to join now and lock in the price. You can also pay with crypto both for yearly and lifetime membership for a nice discount. Take care and stay safe.